Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super discussion, and today I'm joined by a very special guest. I was on a podcast of his maybe a couple weeks ago. It was like a week or two ago, man. Anyway, I'm gonna don't talk right now. I just wanted to actually ask what is the word, hypothetical? No, I don't know. Like, what are those questions that you're not supposed to answer? Anyway, guys, MJ from Geeklist TV. If you have not checked him out yet, he does some amazing content, guys. You should really go check him out. He does was it weekly podcast, man? I'm sorry. Please say hi.
What's up, everyone? Thank you for the introduction. That was really that was interesting. But yeah, I do weekly podcasts with all of your favorite Dragon Ball YouTubers, and I also do power scaling videos. Kind of.
Dude, no, I'm telling you guys, he does, you talk about all the top tier Dragon Ball YouTubers and all this stuff. This guy is friends with all of them. He's makes some really good content, well respected in the community and everything. Y'all should really go check him out if you haven't already. And anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. And if you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, you know what we're going to talk about. But just because we like to introduce things here and there, we are going to be talking about, I brought MJ on here today to talk about one specific thing, and I know I'm beating around the bush right now because honestly, it's been a very, very long day. I'm sorry. But anyway, guys, we're going to be talking about, has the Future Trunks arc of Dragon Ball Super introduced too much? And before I let MJ talk about this, I'm going to say this. Now, I know I've had my gripes and everything about Dragon Ball Super going on this entire time, the last year or so. But, for the most part, especially with this next episode we're getting, which we're recording on a Friday, the next episode is episode 59, is it?
Yeah. No, it's 58.
58, yeah, 58. We're getting these episodes. It's we know that Zamasu's going to go see Zuno. He's going to call upon the Super Dragon Balls. The Future Trunks arc has gone back to the Future Trunks' timeline future. There's 4 of the futures they brought up with the time rings. We've already seen them go to another universe and all this stuff. And we were talking about before we actually started doing this video. And MJ asked me a question that was a really good question that kind of was the basis of this video is, where are they going next? I mean, how are they going to top Zamasu and Goku Black? And sorry, MJ, I'm just going to throw it over to you. What do you think? Do you think they can?
It's very hard because when you look at it, they've already introduced or they've already brought back time travel. So they already brought back time travel. They've introduced Evil Kaioshin. They've introduced jumping into other universes. So it's that is a really good question. Where do they go from here? Because it seems very, I don't know. I know you're the theory guy, and I know you can come up with a lot of stuff. But I'm thinking in my head right now, where can they go from here? I'm not too sure, bro. Like I said, they've already brought back time travel. They've introduced traveling between universes, the Evil Kaioshin theory. It's all of this stuff has come in this arc. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of, I was going to say the whole time ring thing too. It's and the whole Zuno thing, they've introduced these top 5 fights. They've introduced a lot of stuff in this arc. I just do not see how they're going to top it. And that scares me because I really want there to be more arcs. But we were talking off air. It might just jump straight into the Omniversal tournament, which will be the be all end all,
I mean, it absolutely could, and that I'm not necessarily sure it will, and maybe we'll do another video about that. Tell us if y'all want a video about us discussing the Omniversal tournament in the description or in the comment section below, guys, because I think MJ and I would really like to talk about that at some point, going down the line about whether or not it will happen, when it will happen and stuff. I know MJ, if you want to go over here and follow him, he has an idea that he wants to bring out there at some point about his theory on it, and I think it sounds really cool, guys, so you should definitely go check him out. Anyway, enough plugging you for one video.
You're stroking me, bro. You're stroking me, man.
So I honestly think, very good point, man. I don't know where they're going to go, and I feel one of the things I would happen to think about is they're going to have to just jump on, if they're not going to jump on the Omniversal tournament, which is in my opinion, what you said is like the be all end all of the entire series at this point. I feel like they're going to have to, have Goku and Vegeta just basically go universe hopping, which is what a lot of us thought back during the Universal 6 tournament. I mean, like, no one at that point, nobody thought that Future Trunks was coming back. I mean, some people did, the outskirts people who just were so absolutely convinced that it was going to happen for absolutely no reason at all. And then they come back and think, oh man, I was right and everyone else was wrong. It was like, well, yes and no. But I necessarily, like, if you go back to Battle of Gods, when the movie, not the arc, but we go back to that and you hear, like, Beerus go, well, there are other people stronger than us in other universes. I mean, if they go universe hopping, that's fine. But what do you think about this when, like, they go to universe, 9 or 12 or something, and they run into these people who are super powerful, but you're like, we don't know these people. There's no backstory for these people. Like, how are they this strong and for what reason? And Dragon Ball in general doesn't do a great job at actually kind of explaining why someone is so powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If they do go universe hopping, bro, it's gonna... Man, I'm not gonna like that because I've kind of gone over the whole Goku... Hey, that like Goku's been on steroids these last couple of arcs, with wanting just to fight stronger people, like just hopping around like a bunny, just waiting to fight somebody. So I kind of just want, if they were gonna go universe hopping, it would have to be for like a reason. Maybe one day, Vegeta decides to go to Beerus and ask him, "Can you take me to Universe 6 because I want to meet Kappa again?" You know what I mean? Or something like that. I want to meet my protege again. I haven't seen him in, what fucking time period we're in right now. How long the time skip was since the Universe 6 saga. But maybe they go over there and chill with them for a while. I just don't want them hopping around back and forth looking for enemies. That almost makes them look like bad guys. That's like, isn't that what some of the guys in the movies did? Like, they went around from planet to planet looking for fights and looking to start shit. It's like, I don't know, bro. If they go somewhere, it has to have meaning behind it. And I think so far the only thing that they can go off of is the Kappa planet salads and all, whatever you want to call it. That thing, because they already kind of built it up that Kappa wants him to meet the king, right? I believe it was the king or the prince that you mentioned. So I think that would be kind of cool. But I mean, how would you feel about that? Going to go meet a whole planet of Saiyajin.
I would really like it, especially if they took it into an interesting way. It'd be a really cool way for us to get kind of a glimpse of what the Saiyan society was like. And, outside of Vegeta, personally, what I think they should do, if I agree with you, there are certain things in this arc that are just kind of like, or in the last arc or something's, they haven't utilized everything they've introduced at this point to continue telling the story. Obviously, at this point, they can go back to the Universe 6 fighters and just completely, revamp everything that they've done. Like, Vegeta can go back and, want to meet with Kaba, but like when they get to Universe 6, it's just a disarray and all this stuff. And then like they have to kind of utilize Kaba, Hit, Botamo, Magetta, Frost, and all this, like all these stuff, like the people we've already met. If we can figure out a way for this series to just kind of utilize the characters they introduced in the last arc in a really interesting way, then I would be all down for it. I feel like that would be really interesting. Now, I also would, like, in a little bit contrast to you, to actually go like, I want to kind of see them become like Universal hopping police because there's comedy in it, but at the same time, like it makes very little sense. I mean, it would make sense in terms of Vegeta and Goku wanting to fight stronger and stronger opponents, but it's just like if the series just becomes like them interjecting themselves into other people's conflicts, then it's not necessarily, I mean, it's somewhat Dragon Ball, but it's not necessarily Dragon Ball, if you know what I mean. Like one of the cool things, I would say this, like one of the things we're going to lose if they become that way, or if they start doing that, is they're going to take the emphasis away from the Dragon Balls. Now, if someone from the other, I will say this, and tell me what you think of this actually, because I've thought about this before, but I just forgot about it and remembered it right now. What do you think if like Universe 6 and 7, because Universe 6 and 7 are just kind of, it gives an idea of like, because we've been watching this entire series in Universe 7 at this point, the only reason Universe 7 is significant is because it has like the offshoots of the Dragon Balls, but the only reason Universe 6 and 7 are legitimately like just weird universes as compared to all the other ones that are probably really uniform and like, you know, don't have any crazy people besides maybe like Zamasu or someone, is because of the Dragon Balls. The one thing I would really like to see next actually is someone from another universe come into the universe, like come into Universe 6 and or 7, and that'd be a good way for like if they go to Universe 7 and like it's all in disarray, but come into Universe 6 or 7 looking for the Super Dragon Balls, not because they like, because all the other universes don't have Dragon Balls, and the fact that the Super Dragon Balls have already been used twice in maybe like a year, maybe somewhere around there, like they've been used twice, and that puts off so much energy. That thing is universal scale. Like it puts off so much energy that someone was bound to notice, and they want to get their wish in too, and that's where the conflict comes in. That's something I would like to see.
That's true, because we don't know how long ago it was that these things were used to grant a wish, you know what I mean? And the fact that they were just used recently and presumably they're going to be used again, it catches the attention of somebody, you know? I think that would be a very cool way to bring in a villain or bring in just a character, you know? To start a new arc, basically. It would be kind of cool when you were talking about Universal Patrol. You know what popped in my head? Lethal Weapon, Mel Gibson and Donald Glover. Like I just like picture like some Universal Time Patrol cop or something who is above the Galactic Patrol, hands Goku and Vegeta the job, and they're like in a vehicle all day and they have to. That'd be kind of stupid, but like in a uniform, you know, I thought that'd be kind of funny, you know, them traveling from universe to universe.
I could see Vegeta's like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. And then of course like Goku like sticking his head out the window, and then Vegeta like, you're gonna die, you dumbass. You know. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I think that would be a cool way, because think about it, they are the MacGuffin of the story, like how you mentioned before. The Dragon Balls are always going to be used, I would presume, in almost every arc. I think they have been used in like 90% of the arcs in all the entire Dragon Balls. So it's a good way to bring someone in, especially the Super Dragon Balls. The thing is though, bro, it's like when you talk about where do they go, like where will they go next from this arc, or like the stuff that they've introduced in this arc, man, I'm trying to like put it in words here. I found a lot of this arc, to me, whether you like it or not, it brought a lot of mystery, and I find myself wanting to watch this the next episode, as soon as this one ends. I haven't felt that about Dragon Ball in a while, especially Super. So I'm wondering if this next arc or even the Omniversal tournament will capture that, because I do feel like this arc is the saving grace, and even though it introduced a lot of stuff, I don't see where they can go next from here, bro. Here we are talking about a new villain coming for the Dragon Balls. We're talking about Universal Patrol. It's like, you know.
There's a lot of, like, honestly, there is still a lot of interesting conversations to have, or a lot of interesting ideas that they can take onto it. But I feel like at this point, I don't necessarily want to see them going directly into a tournament next. I don't want to see them directly go into like a universe hopping patrol, although that's a possibility sometime in the future. One thing I would like to see, and I just kind of convinced myself during this video again, because I've definitely had this thought before, is like, I just want to see an arc, a long epic arc that's just a good old fashioned, like, you know, race to find the Dragon Balls in time. Like, that would be cool. At a universal scale, at like a bi-universal scale, like 2 universes, dude, like, that would be epic.
It would be pretty cool if, like, if they somehow use the Universe 6 characters, like, for an entire arc. I'm talking, like, a long arc. Maybe, for example, they go and visit Universe 6, and some guy who has the power, I don't know how, who has the power to go from universe to universe, is after the Dragon Balls. He's already gathering this pair of Super Dragon Balls that are in Universe 7, right? Mm-hmm. And it turns into this huge, like, they're trying to stop him, they need to do this. And it would just be cool to kind of use these characters in a sense, like, what if that guy hires Hit to kill Goku? You know what I mean? So then we get the rematch before the tournament. You know, we get Hit, who's actually able to use full power against Goku. Maybe we get to see maybe we get to see Kaba and Vegeta do some tag team action. That sounds like some Brazzers stuff, but maybe they get to do some teamwork. Oh my god, how they fight together. There you go. They fight together, and then who knows? Maybe like towards the end, we see Frost redeem himself, and he actually helps him out towards the end. You know, I think that would be kind of cool.
See, that would be really cool.
Like Frost actually helps out Goku. Like that would be kind of crazy. You know, like to see him help him out, and then of course Hit at the end decides, you know, I'm not gonna kill you, and then they go against the main villain. You know, I think that would be kind of cool to see all of them go against this one big monster villain. A long one too. I'm talking a long arc, like 40, 50 episodes. You know,
I agree. I completely agree, man. I feel like that's something that I would really like to see going forward more than anything
develop
else.
all the characters. We get epic battles. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. We could take the Universe 6 and 7 people into the Omniversal tournament and just completely, like, we have a lot more feeling for Kaba and Hit and Frost and Botamo and all of them. And then when we see those guys get taken out, it hurts us, you know? It's not just Goku and Vegeta. It's like when you see Botamo get taken out or something, you're like, no! Like,
yeah. That would be... Now that I think about that, it's not going to happen. But now that I think about it, if they were to introduce some arc like that and Frost became... Talk about such a double turn, you know? Like, you know, a heel to face turn, you know? Mm-hmm. Shout out to World of King Kanji, you know what I'm saying? So heel turns. But... just imagine that, like, he was a heel in the previous tournament, now he's a face, and we're all crying, and, you know, our hearts are breaking when he's getting beat up, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
That would be cool.
The potential is still there. I feel like the point of this video, and we should probably wrap up soon, but I feel like the potential is still there for them to do more stuff with this entire series. I mean, like, they haven't blown their load to say on this future Trunks arc, but at the same time, it does draw into the like question, like, what more is there to tell after this story other than just going to that promised tournament? So I feel like this is really the big question that needs to be asked, and like, I want to really hear from everyone in the comment section below. Where do you think they were going to go? Do you think that any of our ideas are really cool, something you would like to see, even situations that you would like to see if they're going to go back to Universe 6, or if they're going to be kind of Universal Patrol, or if they're going directly into the tournament, or anything else that you can see or think about? Just let us know in the comment section below. But anyway, MJ, do you have anything else you want to say?
Comment down below, #Universal Patrol.
Get that like going. Goku, Vegeta, and Jocko. It's like a perfect
right there. That would be Joe Pesci, Donald Glover, and Mel Gibson. Right there. Yes. 3-man team.
Anyway, guys, we will catch y'all in the next video. I hope y'all really enjoyed it. Anyway, MJ, really, thank you so much for being on this video with me.
No problem, man.
Anyway, guys, hope y'all have a good day. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and go check out MJ at Geeklist TV. His channel is pretty awesome. Anyway, that's the last time. That's the last time for this. Anyway,
stroking me, bro.
I know. Anyway, guys, we'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.